an online platform that connects small and medium scale enterprises in manufacturing sector with the subject matter experts. We are trying to digitalize MSME consulting space. Hello everyone, my name is Vikas Manral and I am co-founder and chief marketing officer of SolutionBuggy. And today with us is Mr. S.C. Bajpai, who is our advisor. Sir, to start with, I would like you to introduce you to everybody.
Yeah, thanks Vikas. Good afternoon. I am S.C. Bajpai, former chairman Ordnance Factory Board and Director General Ordnance Factories. During my career span of 38 years in Ordnance Factories, I have worked at all the management levels, starting from the entry level up to the topmost level in different factories and at corporate headquarters. While working on various defense projects, I had an opportunity to interact with a number of foreign OEMs from the countries like Russia, Israel, France, Sweden, Ukraine, and of course with our own DRDO very closely. I have played a lead role in various defense projects for the manufacture of armored vehicles during my posting at Heavy Vehicles Factory Avadi. Small arms, the whole range of small arms, rifles, carbines, machine guns at Small Arms Factory Kanpur, artillery guns and mortars manufactured at Gun Carriage Factory Jabalpur, then ammunition hardware, naval guns, rocket launchers during my posting at Gun and Shell Factory Kashipur near Calcutta. Thereafter in propellant and explosive while I was working with Ordnance Factory Itarsi as the CEO of the factory, and finally in tank ammunition, fuses, various types of mines, and a whole range of artillery ammunition, mortar ammunition, and multi-barrel rocket launchers, Pinaka. So during these assignments, I have interacted very closely with the MSME sector and taken their help to complete my project. And I'm really delighted the way I got the help from the MSME sector, because once you give them the job wholeheartedly, they give the full attention, and really, we need to encourage. So I thought after retirement, I must try to help them the way, whatever way possible. Yes.
The introduction, and of course the experience from a very hands-on level to really being the top in a very big organization. It's a great experience, and MSMEs in India do need people who can guide them, support them. A person like you would be an ideal case for them. So thanks for your introduction. So coming to our initiative, so SolutionBuggy has taken an initiative to guide new entrepreneurs. What we do is we take a trending topic and what we try to do is we go beyond what is published in media. So generally, if we see there is a trending topic, the same news is published everywhere. But we are not, people do not get the gist of what is happening, or at least the conclusion or insights on what is happening. So to have insights, we have thought leaders like Mr. Bajpai who give their opinion, tell their wisdom about what they think is the outcome, or what they think is the qualitative analysis of that trending news, and which is much more beneficial than just the plain text which is everywhere present in the social media or even in internet. So the topic that we have chosen this time is India set to become the third largest economy by 2030? And because Mr. Bajpai comes from defense sector, the question obviously is related to defense sector. So sir, what do you think is the contribution of defense sector in Indian economy and how it can be enhanced?
In my view, the real potential of Indian defense industry towards Indian economy has not yet been realized, frankly speaking. Why I say that? Because to become self-reliant and in defense in a true sense, India cannot depend upon the imports. And if you see, during the last 5 years in succession, India has ranked among the second largest importer of arms and ammunition in the world. And India still does more than 60% of its defense purchases through imports. In the area of defense exports also, though there has been increase in the last couple of years, but still the total value of the defense exports is hardly a very, very small fraction of total global arms trade. So certainly we need to do some improve this situation. Fortunately, recently taken some favorable steps to improve the situation. In response to PM's call for Atmanirbhar, Ministry of Defense announced a negative import list of 101 items in the month of August last year. These items will be procured from Indian sources only by our armed forces, and no import will be allowed for these items. These items are not only small assemblies and sub-assemblies, but these comprises of large integrated weapon platforms like warships and submarines, light combat aircrafts and helicopters, light transport aircrafts, artillery guns, assault rifles, tank ammunition, UAVs, missile destroyers, radars, etc. And as per the Defense Minister, the Ministry of Defense will place orders worth rupees 4 lakh crores on domestic industry during next 5 to 7 years by cutting down the imports gradually. So I think it's a big opportunity. It's a big push for Indian industry to prove its worth in design and manufacture of the weapon platforms which are given in this negative import list. They can do it either by using their own design and manufacturing capabilities, or entering into a joint venture with foreign OEMs, especially in the high technology segment, or they can also take the help from DRDO, adopting the technology offered by them. And you may be aware that recently DRDO has also announced a list of 108 items for which they are ready to do the technology transfer to Indian industry, private industry. So I think we have to, the situation is very good and we should take advantage.
Okay, so thank you for your inputs. What I understand from your point of view is, of course, there is a push from the government for indigenization. There is a domestic industry already which is dependent on import. So one of the key factors in or drivers for growth in defense industry is that import substitution. But at the same time, there's a lot of exports which can also be derived from this. So with this, we come to the next question is, where do we lack in defense sector and how we can accelerate the pace? Of course, it has accelerated in the last 10 years, especially 15 years, I would say, after the defense procurement policy came into picture. There was a lot of interest by the private players in aerospace and defense sector. And since then, there has been a lot of interest, also a lot of companies coming up, big Indian corporates also coming up in defense sector and making it big. But what could be areas of improvement? If I say top three areas of improvement, of top three areas of focus for the sector to grow.
Yes, there has been an improvement, but certainly we need to do much more, because if you compare with the automobile industry, I think we are in the same phase where the automobile industry was there about 2 decades back. And small play, India actually cannot become a defense manufacturing hub in a true sense, and a dominant player in global defense supply chain, unless ecosystem is created. And MSMEs have to play a very, very important, active and significant role. Government has set a target of rupees 1,75,000 crores of defense production by 2025, which is more than double of its current level, and a defense export target of rupees 35,000 crores by 2025, which is more than 3 times of its current level. And it's not possible alone by defense PSUs and big corporate tier 1 players in private industry to meet this enhanced target. In my opinion, defense PSUs and big business houses have to play the role of lead integrator of weapon platforms, and along with large-scale supplies of sub-assemblies, small assemblies, and critical components from MSME sector. I think the scenario has to be something like auto industry. It has happened. It's necessary for the success of defense production. And more players from automobile industry, heavy engineering industry, metals, electronics, software, including AI, they have to diversify. These players in MSME sector have to diversify into defense production to create the necessary ecosystem. More and more joint ventures with the foreign OEMs are to be formed, not only by tier 1 players, but more so by tier 2 and tier 3 players. This is necessary. So, really, to answer your question, I will say that the way ahead will be identify the areas, high technology areas, where the imports are being done. And MSME sector has to enter into joint ventures wherever necessary. And in my opinion, the timing to really enter for MSMEs to enter the defense production was never better as it is now. I say this because of certain reasons. You may be aware that last year, this 74% FDI through automatic route has been allowed. The Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020, it has been included in that DAP 2020, the concept of this indigenous content, minimum indigenous content. And to the extent of 60% indigenous content requirement is there. for in any defense contract. So earlier there was a problem. Earlier, foreign OEMs were not ready to part with the technology, especially the high-end technology. But because of these developments, now foreign OEMs are also inclined and encouraged, and to some extent even I will say compelled, to forge joint venture with their Indian partners. And this process actually has already begun, and it's only getting accelerated with the passing time. So my advice to MSME sector will be to more and more joint ventures in the areas required by PSUs and tier 1 players in private industry. And I'm sure that as it has happened in the automobile sector, the same success story can be repeated once again in defense. And finally, I'll say that platforms, SolutionBuggy, with their knowledgeable, very experienced, highly experienced experts in this field, can be of great help in guiding MSMEs, holding their hands and advising them at all stages. So I think it's the right time for MSME sector from automobile, heavy engineering, ISPs to diversify in the area of defense. And I can foresee that anybody who takes a early lead will be definitely get appointed.
Thanks for your input, sir. Of course, a platform like ours will connect experts through our platform, give them a technology, digitalize MSME space. But at the same time, we do need people like you who are leaders, who don't just consult but also lead, guide, mentor industries, and take the whole sector along with them, so that they can contribute, so that the sector itself contributes immensely to the Indian economy. So thanks for your time. Your inputs were very valuable. And if anyone wants to connect with Mr. Bajpai or want to connect with any of the other subject matter experts in any other field of SolutionBuggy, then you can visit our website www.solutionbuggy.com. You can register, and then our experts will get connected to you. So, sir, once again, thanks for your valuable inputs, and we'll come back with another trending topic and another expert, and we'll discuss about their opinion beyond what is available in the internet. Thank you.
Thank you.